G'day everybody, Blue here. Welcome back to Enshrouded. Hope you guys are doing well today. As you can see in the background, there's a bit of a castle-looking location, and towards the end of the previous episode, I feel like we were getting very close to finding that tanning rack. I feel like I keep saying tanning salon for whatever reason. My brain just makes that connection, and I've had to reshoot this multiple times, so I'm just sort of getting that out of the way, just so that my brain doesn't keep referring back to it. Goodness me. Anyway, we're sort of here just hanging out near where the shroud route is. Obviously these things just respawn every single time we load into the game. Not going to bother with trying to take it back down this time around, but I am going to try and make my way down there and seeing if we can find the tanning rack or tanning station in there. So we'll see how we go. Now, before I do that though, I keep making the mistake every single episode. This has been like a few episodes now, but I keep making the mistake that you know, is to do with our character and the skills, because we've got like 20 skill points to spend, and I've keep forgetting to actually spend some time talking about what we're going to get. So I think we should try the jump attack, guys, so let's get into that, and a bit of extra strength is probably a good idea. This is even more strength, and even more strength. Bash might not be a bad idea as well. I have no idea how we would do that, but Shockwave, Swift Blades. Yeah, I'm thinking we want to work our way towards the end here for Warrior, because that's essentially what we are, using Sword and Shields. Battle Heal. Life Burst. Snap. Restores 10% mana. Soul Leech. Absorb. This is always a difficult choice. Tank is not bad either. Whenever an ally draws the attention of an enemy, you draw it in equal measures. Okay. That's probably useful if we got into like multiplayer and stuff, which is probably not something that we'll explore. Veteran. When attacking with a melee weapon, your critical hit chance is increased by 10%. I mean, we're constantly using melee weapons, so allows you to attack faster with one-handed swords and axes. Yeah, maybe that's a good thing to have. All melee and blunt damage is increased by an additional 10%. Seems good to me. Melee piercing damage is increased. Yep. And yeah, so I think maybe it's okay for us to sort of work towards some of these other things later, because we've got a new skill already unlocked. Hammer time. So we don't really use blunt that much, but we do use slash and piercing, right? So I'll take that. I wonder if you can pretty much level everything throughout a playthrough, or if there's a limited number of skill points that you can get. Constitution, strength. We'll go more strength. And yeah, a bit more constitution, why not? More strength here. More constitution here. Yeah, okay. So now we're down to 1 skill point. Yeah, we've got a lot of constitution, but quite a bit of strength as well. So yeah, gotta be tanky, but also be able to deal significant, you know, close range damage. Might not be a bad idea to also just prepare for what we're about to do here. So maybe a strength buff would do it. So we should be able to hopefully find the tanning rack this time around. Got plenty of time in the episode. And then we'll sort of check it out, see what we can actually do with it. Aside from that, I'm sort of hoping that we'll have a little bit of time to sort of have a think about what we need to prepare for our move once we do decide to do it. And we could even spend some time actually doing the move in this episode. I see something down there, but can I then get back up if I go down there? Perhaps maybe it might lead underneath this fortress, and that's not such a bad thing. I've got a bit of an issue with inventory as well. In hindsight, I perhaps should have gone back home to just put stuff away. Yeah. I think maybe that's a good idea, guys. Let's just head back and I'll do a bit of tidying up before continuing. That way we won't have to backtrack too much. Just improve our rested buff as well. Repairs. Throw that in there, and the chicken as well. Got some sage leaves and the red bell peppers or capsicums. And yeah, we've got some new stuff here, like all this wheat that we managed to get from the previous episode. Exciting, so can't wait to start using that. Need space for a few more feathers. I think we've got a little bit of extra storage here. Yes, I know we've got a problem with our storage, and we need to sort of sort that out. Maybe make some better storage, but maybe we don't need to jump the gun on that because we are about to move as well. And when we do move, we'll be able to start thinking about having a lot more storage there. Throw that in here, and the animal furs, we can throw that here as well. Oh. Alright, looking good. Flame altar. I've got a whole bunch of straw. There we go. Right, let's head back out. And this time we should reach our destination, hopefully. Yeah, I didn't manage to get any Enshrouded in between this episode and the last one. You know, normally, I guess I've been spending a bit of time trying to prepare a few things here and there between episodes, but been a little bit busy, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, I've just seen the Kingdom Come Deliverance trailer for, you know, the second one, and I'm getting really excited about that. So I've never finished the first game, so I restarted playing Kingdom Come Deliverance, and yeah, gonna see how far I can get this time around. But yeah, I really like that kind of setting, and although there's no like crafting or anything like that in that game, it is kind of like Skyrim. Maybe there's like a little bit of crafting with like potions and stuff, but nothing major. But yeah, I thought, you know, what better time to restart the series than right now, as the sequel has been announced, and the sequel looks really, really awesome. Oh my god, we've got a big one. I'm gonna get the wolves out of the way first, because I don't want them bothering us during the fight. Oh yes. I forget that the matron does actually... Oh god. This place is horrible. I forget that the matron does... I think they actually spawn the wolves, like, yeah. Okay. Oh, and then we've got another guy throwing bombs and shooting stuff at us. Yeah, we need to take care of that guy in the back. Alright. Clearing things out before we go back in there seems like a good strategy to me. Come on then. It does seem semi-stuck back there. And, you know, I'm going to exploit that. Okay. Maybe it's not as great as I thought. At least this pillar is here to, you know, help us survive a little bit. Alright. Okay, alright. Luminous Wand. An epic version. I didn't know that the trophies actually have different tiers. I wonder if they all just give us like different comfort levels or something like that, but finally we've got the tanning rack, tanning station. Let's have a read. Tanning station recipe. Remember folks, the planks need to be stacked just right. Don't mess up the placement. The tanning station must be built exactly how the matron demands it. Need a refresher? Here's the instructions. If you scoundrels can't read, call Amar. He'll spell it out for you. Right. Well, that's that. So now we should be able to hopefully make some leather out of that. Just got another sword there. 47 versus 40. But I think this is still better because it is +7 on blunt, piercing, and cutting. This can be upgraded once for more blunt damage, but I'm gonna get rid of that, actually. Right, so with the tanning station now in hand, we should be able to go back. But I suppose maybe it won't hurt for us to take a look around the area a little bit more. There must be some more treasures to be had. Maybe a few things to read. There we go. I forgot to experiment with that, but I guess doing that against the matron was probably not the best idea, because yeah, I need to learn how to implement that into how I'm playing. Let me get rid of all of this, because we do have a chest back here. More bombs. Not as exciting, but we'll take it. Okay, so I guess the jump attack really gives us quite a bit more AoE type damage, and it can basically knock a lot of enemies back, so very useful in that regard. Brilliant. Yeah, I'm not really sure if there is anything worthwhile. More doggos. Yeah, there seems to be just a few bits and pieces here and there. Nothing too special. Tarred bow. How are we doing against the hunter bow? Yeah, good actually, but this does give us a few bonuses, but perhaps... Oh, we shouldn't be too distracted here. Who's shooting at us? Oh, that guy. Do I want to switch things out? Maybe. For this much base damage increase, I think that's decent. So yeah, let's unequip, salvage. So yeah, we'll start using this now. Surely we'll find something better after that though. But for the time being, it'll be good enough. Alright, so one last thing that I want to check is the space underneath this bridge, which we did see on the way in. Regular stone blocks. I'm sure it'll come in handy when we build our second home, but I think we're ready to go back home. And we'll place down the tanning rack. And we'll see what we can do with it. I think we do actually need a bit of leather, right? To get the next armor set. So yeah, we should actually put this down somewhere. Yeah, I do actually need to place it down. Maybe I should just have a chat with the hunter first, though. Tanning station found. Amazing, you really did it. This tanning station will be key to our survival. Come on, place it down so we can get to work. Okay then. I'll put it maybe here. I shouldn't be too fussy about this because we're about to move anyway. Yeah, let's take a look. So we can only make the one thing, which is leather, but it does need dried fur, salt, and oh, okay, ammonia glands. We have seen ammonia glands, and I'm just trying to recall how we actually get more of them. I think it's potentially by fighting some of those four-legged mushroom-looking things, but shroud ones in particular, I think they're the ones who give the glands. Alright, let's grab a batch. And I think we need salt as well. Salt. Yeah, we don't actually have any salt aside from what we normally keep in here, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I don't actually have any salt on me, and I will actually need to fetch some. So let me just drop what we have here. Yeah, a bit more salt. Shouldn't be too difficult to get to. But yeah, let me just tidy up a few other things. We'll have a sleep as well. And then we'll get going. We might go to a salt mine. No, that doesn't go in there. That goes here. Stone blocks. Guess I should keep this somewhere, tucked away. Grilled game. Throw that in there. Alright, looking good. A few repairs maybe, and then sleeping. And we should be on our way. And yeah, we'll grab some salt, just so that we can start the process of making some leather, and perhaps maybe within this episode we can also start looking into the new armor set. But yeah, I guess towards the latter half of this episode we are going to be focusing on trying to move our stuff to the build site, which is right here, Wistful Fields. We do need to take down one of our altars. We could perhaps maybe get rid of either one of these, right? Because they're at around about the same place, and I'm thinking it's not going to be too difficult to work our way south from there, from either of those locations. We could also maybe get rid of this one, though maybe I want to keep that there because there's a few question marks nearby. Yeah, trying to decide on what to keep and what to get rid of in terms of flame altars is a little bit difficult. possibly maybe this one here. This one I set up because it was close to a source of game, but I don't think we need that anymore. So yeah, anyway, let me just focus on getting salt though. So off to the salt mines, which is, yeah, Egerton salt mines. There is another salt mine, I think, around here, if I'm not mistaken. So I could go there, but I think Egerton is probably going to give us more. Alright. Yeah, it might be a little bit grindy here, this episode. But I do want to just get some of our crafting stations chugging away while we're doing other stuff. So getting that salt is going to be useful for us. Right. Yeah, I could have maybe checked on whether or not we actually have any salt in storage. Because we might actually have some salt in storage. But we're gonna need more salt anyway. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna need plenty of leather for other stuff. Maybe even furnishings and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I've been actually consulting good old Google and YouTube for build tips and expert build tips, and you know, watching a lot of experts do their builds, and I'm getting very inspired of what you can do in the game when it comes to building. So I'm hoping that we can build a nice little hilltop village. But yeah, I was watching, I can't remember the name of the YouTubers, but I better actually get the names next time, because I do want to drop a few names in just for you guys to sort of have a look at as well. But, you know, I'm sure a lot of you guys can just do your own searches and stuff. But, yeah, there's one guy who did, like, a Hobbit, like, type house where it was, you know, like, buried in soil. And I thought that was really, really cool. A lot of work, but really cool. I mean, arguably though, what we're going to be doing is also going to be quite a lot of work. And as I had mentioned previously, the place that I've selected is going to allow us to do the best of both worlds, which is to utilize some existing structures, yet also have enough space for building our own from scratch. So we will be doing both of them. Furnishing wise though, I do like the idea of having the ability to just choose my own furnishings. So we'll have to, you know, get all of the furnishings from scratch as well. So yeah, I mean, like my Valheim series, I'm sort of doing a bit of a mix, guys, of not just adventuring. I know there's probably a lot of people who are keen on just learning what happens when we keep adventuring and what do we find, etc., but I do like to, you know, have an adventure, but also a bit of a crafting series as well, where we spend a lot of time crafting things. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on that approach. And I'm still not entirely sure what we're going to do when it comes to things like, you know, do we, you know, fast forward footage of the building, you know, because it can get a bit tedious, and, you know, I'm pretty much going to be learning along the way as well, so there's going to be a lot of umming and ahhing. Definitely the series is not supposed to be like some kind of tutorial. I'm not here to teach you guys anything. I'm here to just have a good time, really. And if you guys enjoy that, then, you know, I'm happy that you enjoy whatever I put out there. But yeah, I might consider fast forwarding some of the footage as we do like builds and stuff. Particularly things like, you know, carving out the space that we might want, for example. But yeah, we'll see how we go. If you've got preferences on what I should do with the editing, you can let me know in the comments. Yes, a lot of salt here. I'm just sort of hoping that I actually get enough for making heaps of leather. Just trying to remember if there is another spot where we can find even more salt. I think inside there might be more. Or, I think it could be on the other side, actually. Ah yes, here's a little bit more. We are at 3 minutes on our shroud timer though, so gotta be a little bit careful. But yeah, having the bronze pickaxe really helps, guys. I'm finding, like, especially with mining some of the lower tier materials like salt, you get a lot of it back in the one go. A lot more compared to using, say, a scrappy pickaxe. And also, I'm feeling like, you know, it's making mining of certain metals a lot faster as well. We've got some enemies that way. I won't worry about fighting them. Oh, hang on. This is the way. Okay. Timer is getting very close. Let me just break that open. Get a little bit of it back. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna go, actually, because... Is that enough salt, guys? Maybe. I know there's a little bit more salt out here as well, which I could grab if I really wanted to, but I think I have enough salt right now. I'm going the wrong way, sorry guys. Okay, we should be able to just fast travel back now. Okay, so let's drop in salt. I guess I don't want to go overboard, right? And perhaps maybe I can keep some of the salt for other things. Maybe even like drop a little bit of salt here to start making more dried fur. But let me grab some dried fur and leave it back in here. Good. The ammonia glands are probably going to be a bit of a blocker for us. So I'm gonna need to try and source some more. Again, probably a thing that we could do, you know, between episodes. Do I not have any shroud liquid sitting anywhere? Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, I don't really have a farm going. And that's because I haven't exactly been doing anything between the episodes this time around. Plus, I also think that we've actually got a lot of ingredients stored up thanks to all of the previous farming. So, yeah. I probably don't need to go too crazy on more farming, to be honest. Though, I still don't know how to make certain things, like the aloe, for example. Just having a look here. Do we have... Yeah, we've got antiseptic and alchemical base, but not a recipe for nitrate, so maybe that's still coming. Got more water here. I do want to just split that into two, and we'll throw these in. I've actually got a lot of water in there. Got bell pepper seedlings now, which is nice. Thanks to all of the fossilized bone dust. But yeah, another thing that we're going to need for a lot of building is farm soil, and perhaps maybe also flower soil, I think, is a thing that we can get from the farmer. Yeah. So we need a bit of honey for that as well, and I feel like honey's going to be a bit of a blocker. That's okay. We'll work it out. So, at this point, guys, we're going to be starting to plan for the move. First step is to get rid of a flame altar. We've got another one already ready, but I will actually get rid of... Oh, it's a hard choice, but I reckon... Yeah, even this one is too good to remove because it is close to a few other question marks, which, again, it's questionable whether or not we can access any of these things from where the home is. This one is close to the Mark of Samoth, where we get a lot of our copper from. I think this is the one. Yeah. Let's go with that one. It's a tough decision. I'm hoping that we get more flame altars to work with at some point. Yeah, let's extinguish that. And let's get going. Back to this location. Okay, so just gonna quickly tag where we need to go. And we're gonna try and glide as far as we can to it. Probably not going to reach it exactly though, but we'll have a little bit more to go on foot. Yeah, I have seen like some really amazing Enshrouded builds. Apparently there was some kind of a Enshrouded build contest or something like that. And I only really know about it because a lot of people have done builds specifically for that contest, and my goodness, some of the stuff that people have been doing, super ambitious. I don't think I'll be able to, you know, get even close to any of that, but, you know, I'm just making a place that I'm going to be, you know, semi-happy with, you know, like, in terms of our playthrough. Doesn't have to be too special, but I guess it depends on how attuned I get to the building mechanics and process, because if it's not too difficult, then obviously I can go with maybe some ambitious stuff. But knowing how things worked out for me when it comes to the, you know, other games like Valheim, for example, it's going to take me a while to get used to how to build in this game properly. Plus the mechanic is going to be a little bit different, right? Like voxel based, which means that you know, I'm gonna have to get used to the fact that you can basically edit every single voxel. But I guess that might actually be a little bit more forgiving because there's no structural integrity in the build mechanic in this game, which means that you can literally build things in the air and it'll just hover there. Not very realistic, but you know, it does make things a little bit easier. We're gonna have to clear the VUCA around here. Not gonna be a problem though. Oh, God. The bees. Okay, so this is going to be our new home, guys. Obviously, it needs to be tidied up a little bit. Let us take a quick look at what we're dealing with. So we've got a farm area in the middle. Now I feel like the farm area might actually be a little bit too big for what we need. I don't need a very, very big farm, just a decent enough size. And I'm thinking perhaps maybe it's just going to be like where these 6 planters are, or maybe even, I mean, there are no planters around here, but if you sort of think about it in a grid, 9 of them, and perhaps maybe we'll be pretty happy with that. And I can then use the space around this side to build a few more houses. And I'm also thinking of building more homes around here, maybe conjoined to the cliffside. Another idea that we could potentially experiment with is to build into the mountain or the side of the mountain. But we'll see how we go on that front. Yeah, it's not exactly close to, you know, a lot of resources or anything like that. The real, I guess the real reason why I chose this place is just the view. It is going to be a stunning view up here, although there is a lot of shroud. Let me just get back up onto the roof. We can see stunning view of the ruins down there, which are actually, you know, kind of full of scavengers, but, you know, you can see the spire over that side, another spire over that side, a lot of the landscape, including the shroud, obviously, but that's okay. Right, anyway, enough admiration. Let us actually get our flame altar in. So one thing that I did get from a lot of the, not the tutorials, but the build sort of, videos that I've been seeing is, there's apparently like a little indication of where you're going to be spawning, or which way you're going to be facing when you spawn from the altar. And I think this is the right one here. So Yeah. But I sort of need to edit a few things before I'm happy with the placement of the altar even. So this is going to be a temporary altar. This home here is going to be our primary home. I do also need to just widen the build area, right? So I need some shroud cores on me, and I believe other stuff on me as well, before I'm going to be able to actually get it wide enough. But anyway, let me do a few bits and pieces of tidying up. So I was sort of hoping you could just pick up certain things, but apparently you can't just do that. We can dismantle things though, so that's what I'm going to do. We'll get a few things from dismantling things. And the idea is that... Oh, okay. That's a little bit weird, isn't it? The idea, though, is that we're going to have the flame altar sitting around in this little structure, just sort of tucked away in the middle of town. Right, it's been a while, guys, since I've done some building. So, I'm sort of needing to come back to this. Remove. I need to remove what we've got going down here. Oh, I think the problem is we need some building blocks. So, let me actually go back home and let's just grab some building blocks. I also probably should bring one of my storage chests out at this point as well. So let me just have a look. Maybe we can empty this one out. This warrior chest. I don't think I really need it, so let me just get rid of that. We'll pick that up and we'll bring that with us, but there are some materials here that I probably just don't need to have with me. Going to make another altar. Because I'm gonna have to move the altar, the old altar. Okay. A few bits and pieces. I really think that there should be something implemented to be able to just store stuff like a lot faster. This is probably the aspect of the game that I least enjoy, having to sort of put all of our materials in the right place all the time. Feathers. Yeah, I think we've got maxed out feathers in one of the chests, so... do we even need raw lean meat? I don't really know. But I don't want to clog up the space, so I'm just going to get rid of that, actually. Right, we need building blocks. So I'm going to fetch all of the types of building blocks that we have available to us. Maybe even the roof blocks as well. Kettle. I suppose this is something that we could use as decoration, so I'll leave it there for the time being. Right, so let's head back out there and let's see what we can do. No, that's not where we need to go. Here. Yeah, the other interesting thing is whether or not we will actually have enemies respawn. I don't know how big the spawn area is. Who knows, it could be pretty big. But anyway, let's try things again. So the idea is I want to remove the floor. That's what I'm trying to do. This candle situation is a little bit like it is stressing me out. There we go. Okay. Okay, I'm less stressed out now. Right, so I just need to choose the right type of building block first. Maybe we'll go with, oh, that's a roof, sorry. No. We want that, maybe? Just to remove the floor? Huh. Hang on, why am I not able to remove? Or is it because it's there already? Possibly. This is probably a piece that's a little bit too big. Let me go with something smaller. Okay. Why am I not able to simply delete what we've got? Yeah, okay. I see. I see. Okay, so I suppose maybe the best way would be to maybe place something like that initially, and then we remove it. Yeah, okay. Oh, hang on. Why did that remove everything else? I am confused. Probably going to just go back and have a sleep here. I want to work with a bit more sunlight. Yeah, looking at where we are on the episode as well, we might be calling it an episode very soon. But let me just experiment a tiny little bit more. And perhaps maybe between episodes I might need to sort of relearn some of the build mechanics. That way I won't spend too much time umming and ahhing like I am now. Yeah, ideally Yeah, okay, so that's sort of what I'm looking for, and then I'm sort of wanting to, yeah, do something like that. Yeah, okay, so it's an interesting system here because for the stuff that's already in the world, you can't exactly just simply remove stuff. You do have to sort of build something over the top of it and then remove it for it to delete, if that makes sense. And I'm sort of looking for... Ah, yes, here. So, the single voxels. Pretty sure we should be able to use this to try and remove stuff, or maybe not. Terrain block, wall blocks. Okay, let's undo that for a second. I'm not quite confident that that was what I was going for. Nope. Oh, okay. It's kind of empty in there. Okay. Yeah, alright. Things being voxel based is, it is a little bit tricky to work with. But let me try now getting our altar in. The idea is that I wanted the altar to just sort of sit snugly in here. We cannot place more altars, plus I think we might actually have some clipping issues, so might still need to get rid of a few things here and there. Okay, that's a little bit weird because basically you can put the box above the thing that you want to delete and it will delete. Yeah. Okay. Well, at least I've learnt that. Let me retry placing the altar down. Actually, I do need to get rid of this one first though, so let's just do that. And then let me place this back down. I just want to make sure that it is facing the way, or the right way, so that we can sort of go in and out easily. Yeah, so that should be the right way now. And we'll have it sort of center in this little building. Somewhere around there, I think. Oh. Okay. It seems overgrown and stuff. Is that a good thing? I don't know. I mean, I like having, like, overgrown elements. And there are these sort of shed-looking things that I do want to try and keep as well, because they kind of look nice. I'm not entirely sure if we can actually get some of these decorations ourselves. So, yeah, I'm going to try and keep certain things. If I know we can replace them, that's when I will probably get rid of them, but yeah, we'll see if we can rebuild this structure a little bit upwards. Probably not the main thing that we need to try and figure out, obviously. But I do need to upgrade the flame so that we can build within this area. So, yeah, gonna need all the shroud cores and stuff like that, so I'll try and get that. And again, I'll play around with some building mechanics and seeing, you know, if I can learn a few things here and there before we come back. And yeah, hopefully, in the next few episodes, we'll start sort of building stuff. Yeah, even coming out here, I don't think I can now dismantle this thing because our build area is still quite small. And I obviously need the build area to come over this way to, you know, obviously make sure that we can convert this into a nice living space. But yeah, we'll eventually get there, I'm sure. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, dropping that like down below really helps the channel out. Leave a comment if you do want to get in touch, and if you have tips on building, that's definitely most welcome at this point in our playthrough. But aside from that, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.